what's up, y'all? It's me, Erica. Girl, what is you doing? What is you doing, girl? Hope everybody is well. I'm trying this little camera direction, see how it goes for today. I'm trying to get a stable environment. I was just listening this morning to Snoop's apology to Gail. So let's listen to it. Since I listened to his other rant, let's listen to the apology.
Direct, live and direct, with a message. Two wrongs don't make no right. When you're wrong, you gotta fix it.
So with that being said, Gil King,
I publicly tore you down by coming at you in a derogatory manner based off of emotions, me being angry at questions that you asked.
overreacted.
I should have handled it way different than that. I was raised way better. So I would like to apologize to you publicly for the language that I used, calling you out of your name and just being disrespectful. I didn't mean for it to be like that. I was just expressing myself for a friend that wasn't here to defend himself.
A lot of people look up to me.
And they love me and they appreciate me, so I want to let them know that anytime you mess up, it's okay to fix it. It's okay to man up and say that you're wrong. I apologize. Hopefully we can sit down and talk privately. Have a good day.
All right, Snoop. Well, that was an apology. You talked about what you did, and you talked about, okay, you apologized. Because you a 50-year-old man on the damn internet calling an old-ass woman what you called her. And then went on to, make these comparisons to, these serial abusers. To me, I think his response really was not in defense of Kobe. It was just then you started comparing Kobe to Harvey Weinstein and Bill Cosby, and then when you get the likes of Bill Cosby coming out to support your message, when you get the likes of O.J. Simpson coming out to support your message, you are not sending the right message, my brother. You're not. And it's disgusting, and you know better. And that's why everybody was upset, because you know better, and you too old to be reverting back to bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. You too old for that. We're past that. You should be past that. I know that you made your living off of, the blatant disrespect and verbal assaults against women, but you can't revert to that when you get upset, and then in protection of someone's legacy, start comparing them or including them with disgusting human beings. You doing more of a disservice in your message by disrespecting the woman, and then turning around and adding all of these abusers in here. Kobe had a situation where consent was not clear, and he apologized for it, because he says, looking back, I can see where the girl thought there was no consent. And yes, we are triggered by the idea of a white woman lying on a black man and all this other stuff. At the end of the day, your apology, okay, great. I'm glad that he apologized to Gail. I hope that maybe he can have a conversation. If they want to have a conversation, whatever. But at least he apologized, and that's what he should have done. It shouldn't have taken him so long, damn near a week, to apologize. It's probably somebody making him apologize. He probably didn't want to apologize. He probably, but he apologized. And so you could take somebody's apology for the face value of the apology. And that's what it is. So we're talking about Love and Hip Hop New York. And let's see what we're talking about. I'm going to try to talk about Love and Hip Hop Miami. We'll see. Miami. Santana was on there. He's so cute to me. I love Santana. But Love and Hip Hop New York. So we're not going to go through bit by bit of all the shit. We're just going to go through the major points of the episode. So it starts with, I don't remember how it started. I watched it on Monday, I think. So I don't remember. I'm just going by the points. Yandy, Jonathan was talking, had his cousin, or was it nephew or his cousin? Let me see. his nephew, and his nephew has I don't know what to call it, a disability, but he has a developmental issues with the way that his body is developing, and he may not be able to walk, and the only resolve is to, based on the information from the doctors, is that they're going to have to amputate his legs. And he was saying that they found a doctor in Spain, I believe, and the doctor told him it was over $100,000. And Jonathan is upset because he feels like he's had the money to help his nephew, but he spent it on partying, he spent it on pills, he spent it on doing these things, and so he's feeling guilty that he could have had the money and he didn't. So he's sitting there with his nephew, who's cute. He has an Instagram page, and his nephew was cute. His little hairstyle was really cute, and he had like a sweater on. I was like, look at him, he's cute. And they were like painting or whatever, and Yandy and Sin come in, and I'm like, Sin, I'll be crying anytime anything having to do with a child. I be ready. I just cry. I don't know why. I just cry, like, I just do. So when he was sitting there and he's talking to Yandy and Sin, and Jonathan's telling them about the situation, and Yandy's like, no, we got to do something. We're going to do something. Because I was like, why don't they do a fundraiser? And I figured that was going to be the next course of action. So Yandy came up with a great idea with a jump-a-thon and with a jump rope, little theme party. Very cute idea. Very cute idea. I'm like, Yandy, and that's the thing with Yandy. Yandy, to me, she just, her personality, that's why you got to separate things for people, because I think she does really great things as far as helping people and in the community and stuff like that, and prison reform and doing all the things that she does. I think it's a wonderful thing. It's just her personality. I just don't, outside of her service, I just don't gel with. It doesn't match, it doesn't vibe with me, you know what I'm saying? And that party, I mean, it was cute. It was like a jump rope, a jump-a-thon, and it was cute. And they came and they raised the money for the baby, and the governor and the mayor, somebody came out and gave a check of $5,000, and they raised almost $100,000. I think they said $97,000 or something. I think it was $160 that they needed or something. And they raised the money, and he got on the microphone and he was like, I really don't have the words to say what I want to say, but God knows my heart, and God knows what I'm really feeling. It was just beautiful, like little kids. Beautiful. So I'm glad that they showed that. I'm glad that they showed Jonathan feeling guilty about that. That was a really good, I was like, okay, Love and Hip Hop, okay, we see you. And so And so, what happened after that? So, at the party, at the jump-a-thon, I'm skipping scenes or whatever, but at the party, Jonathan invites Kimbella and Chrissy. And he says, he tells him the situation. He tells him, I really want to invite you guys, come out and support me for my nephew and this and that. Chrissy does not show up, and he felt a kind of way. Jonathan feels a kind of way, but I understand where Chrissy was coming from. I don't want to be in a room with Yandy. I don't. If this is supposed to be a fun event, a nice event, I just don't want to be in the room. Now, are you that mad or upset at Yandy that you can't be cordial in an event or at an event, or come and show up, support, stay for a few minutes to yourself, and whoever wants to talk to you, excuse me, oh my God, stay for a little while and then leave, you know what I'm saying? And I think she could have done that, but she said for herself she did not want to go, because she just can't stand Yandy. Kimbella showed up. Yandy didn't want to. Jonathan was trying to get Yandy and Kimbella to talk, and she was like, no, I'm not talking to her. I'm cool. Yandy is like, I'm cool. We're not friends. You say we're not friends, so we're not friends. I'm cool. I'm not. That's all you had to say to me. That's what Yandy's position is, and I'm cool. I don't know. I think there's more to what we are being told. I think there's more to it, and I think if Kimbella gets angry enough, not as angry, I mean like angrier than what she demonstrated at this little summer party that they had. But Samaya Reese came to the party. She was there. She's cute, you know, whatever. You know, she started off on Love and Hip Hop. She was like on the first season, I think. First and second season. She was there for a little while. And then she went to, didn't she go to what is Samaya Reese? She went to another Love and Hip Hop. She went to another reality show. I can't remember anyways, child. But so Kimbella and they didn't talk at the thing, and she didn't want to talk to her. Kimbella looked like she wanted. Kimbella be looking like she wants to talk, but then she gets upset, and I don't know. So then Rich, he is still upset about Olivia. Did I do a review last week? Olivia saying that that he stole money from her, and he seems really upset. He seems genuinely upset that he's being called a thief on TV. I don't blame him, because that's two things you really can't get away from after you've been labeled a liar and a thief. That's two things you don't want a label on your ass for, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's Yandy's issue. Everybody calls her a liar, and we've seen her lie. We've caught her in the lies and stuff like that. And then nobody wants to be called a thief. That's just like, cause it's just, you can't be trusted. So Rich goes to his mama's house, and we find out that Rich's mom has been keeping his books since he's been in business. And his mother, I don't know, she's an accountant or something like that, but she's very serious, his mother. I was like, come on, Rich's mom. I can't remember her name. And she is like, he sits down, he was like, guess who I ran into? She was like, who? Olivia. She was like, no. It was cute, their little exchange. And she was like, what's going, like, you know, what's up? And he was like, she's saying that I stole from her. Now listen to me. I know, and y'all know, y'all tell me if I'm wrong, because if I'm not mistaken, December was Rich's song, right? He gave it to Erica Mena. That's why Erica don't fuck with Rich now, because she gave Erica Mena the song. She was acting a fool, can't sing, don't really have no real talent. I mean, we're just gonna, that's real honest. That's honest. It might not be nice to say that somebody doesn't have talent, but Erica Mena, no. No, Sin sound better than you, child. And he took the song from her and then gave it to Olivia, and Olivia sang the song beautifully. You know, had a video, nice video. It was all of this stuff. I don't know what aspect of the money that she's talking about that he stole from her, but I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. I just don't believe it. That wasn't your song. No writing credits, no publishings, not you. I mean, I don't know how you gonna get published. This song ain't even doing nothing. It's not, nobody's gonna use the song again. You know, it's none of that. So what are you asking about? So what are you talking about is what I'm trying to figure out. Because I was like, when she said that, I was like, girl, that was not your song. Like, and if you don't know how the shit works, I think any layman knows that if you don't write the song, all you doing is getting money for your voice to sing or whatever, and that's it. That's it. You don't get anything afterwards. That's why people need to write their shit or produce their shit so they can continue to get money. Anyways, I said to myself, Olivia don't know what she's talking about. She don't know what she's talking about. Rich's mother was like, what? If anything, she owes you thousands of dollars. I do the books. I was like, okay, mama. I believe his mother. I don't know. I know mothers lie for their sons all the time. Baby, let me tell you, I know they do. I know they do. I know they lie for their grown-ass sons. But I believe Mama Dollars, whatever her name is. I believe her. I do the books. If anything, Olivia owes you thousands of dollars. You was paying her for this. So we need to get this straightened up. He was like, well, you know what? I think Cisco is the one that told her that I took money from her, because Cisco pulled what he did with Jenna Ski. He pulled that on Olivia to Rich. Olivia, not like that, but like that. But she went and started working with Cisco. And so Rich was like, I need to talk to Cisco. So we see him, Peter Guns, with his... every time I see Peter, I'm just like, girl. It's so funny. I ran across a picture of Peter and Kool Herc. I have a picture of them that I had when I was in New York one time, of Kool Herc and Peter Guns together. And I ran across that picture the other day when I was actually looking for my picture of Kobe and I. But anyway, so they sitting down at the cigar shop. Rich is like, you know, what's going on? And what's his name is like, you know what? He's always doing some foul shit. Cisco's always doing some foul shit. He's always on the other end of some bullshit like this. He needs to cut it out. That's what Peter Guns is saying. And then here comes Cisco. Cisco walked in. I was like, oh, baby, yes. And Rich's skin is looking good. I was like, these men looking good. Like, not Peter at all, child. No ma'am. But Cisco, he came in there because, you know, Cisco was kind of chubby on the other episodes, on the other seasons. He lost weight. I was like, okay, we see you, Cisco. Cisco sits down. Rich is like, look, you told that girl, basically, like, let's get to it. You told the girl that I was taking money from her. He was like, no, I would never do that and this and that. And they kind of argued a little bit. And he was like, man, I would never tell her that. That's one thing I would not have done. I would not have told her that you stole money. So we trying to figure out. He was like, okay, I'm gonna take your word for it. I'm gonna take your what you said at face value. So I need to talk to Olivia. You clearly need. He was like, why don't we sit down? And I don't know, but when Cisco suggested that he, Rich, and Olivia sit down, I was like, she can't be there by herself. She needs protection. That's all I thought, because Rich is coming at her for saying that he's a thief. And Cisco, oh my God, I have to sneeze. And Cisco is siding with Rich. Now, Olivia never said that Cisco told her that. So that was Rich assuming, because they were working together, that he said that to her. So I don't know if Rich was clear to Cisco that she didn't say that. I'm thinking that you said that. So I need to ask you. I don't want Olivia to be there with them, you know, ambushing her about something. I just don't want it, even though I don't know what the situation is. I know that I feel like Rich didn't steal from her. That just based on the way that he's acting, the way he went to his mother and everything, unless he's just being a really, really good actor and I don't think anybody has ever said that Rich was a thief. I don't ever think. That's just one thing that you just can't get away from, and you got to clear your name. Like, don't be saying that. It's, you know, don't do that, because people won't want to work with you and you lose money like that or whatever. So I hope that she doesn't go there by herself. You know what I'm saying? So, because I don't want them to bum rush her. I don't like that. She needs somebody with her. Maybe she could take Chrissy. I don't know. But yeah, she doesn't need to be there by herself. All right, so what else? Okay, so Jim Jones and Chrissy, they sitting down talking, and Jim Jones is buying his mother. We see Mama Jones. What's her name? Cindy? What is Jim Jones' mother's name? I don't know. Mama Jones, we gonna call her. I can't remember her name. Sandy? I don't remember. But she said she's with Jim, and her house burned down 2 years ago. So he's building her another house, getting her another house built, which is nice. Jim was looking cute in his interviews. I was like, okay, cute. His eyes were open. Like, didn't look like he had been smoking or anything. His eyes were real wide. You can see the whites of his eyes. And I was like, Jim Jones is not a bad looking dude. Remember when he used to have all that hair? Do he still have all that hair? No, he doesn't. Remember, he had a lot of hair. But anyways, I love the Diplomats. Shout out to the Diplomats, baby. I'm sorry, I do. Anyway, so he's telling, Mama Jones, we're going to decorate your house. It's coming along, this and that, and whatever. nice gesture for her son to get her a new house, and she's been living in a hotel and all this other stuff. And she has a show. I don't know. She has an internet show. He was like, I don't think my mom is rapping anymore. And why'd they show her a clip of her rapping? That shit was so funny. I said, y'all are a mess on Love and Hip Hop. So they get that. She said, I don't know if I want you to tell your mom. Chrissy says, I don't know if I want you to tell your mom that I'm doing the interior decorating of her house, because they still don't get along. I guess, you know, they showed clips from the back, like, when are you going to give my son a baby? When are you guys going to get married? All of this stuff, it was cringy to me. And so they still have, like, you know, it's still a hostile environment when they're together. So she doesn't want her to know that she is decorating her house. I don't know how I would feel about that if I was Mama Jones, if a person that I didn't like did the interior decoration of my home. I don't know, because you put in your, you know, I don't know. And not to say that it's not going to be not pretty, but it's just the principle of somebody that you don't really vibe with, putting their energy and their thoughts and into the home. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. But I'm sure it's going to be nice. Chrissy, you know, she probably has good taste, whatever. So he said, I don't, you know, if you don't want me to tell her, I won't tell her. But, you know, she was like, I don't know. So we'll see if he tells her and how she's going to react. They might reconcile. It might be, you know, she might see that as a nice gesture from Chrissy. Maybe, you know, like a, what do you call it, an olive branch or whatever they call it. Okay, so then we get to Jonathan's party. After the jump-a-thon, Jonathan it looked like they were in a hotel or something. Jonathan has a slumber party, and all the girls show up. Samaya shows up. Jen shows up. That's Fresha's girlfriend. Now, she was at the jump-a-thon too. I was like, okay, so everybody, whatever. So they sitting there talking. They look like they don't know what to do. They're having drinks. They don't know what to do. Sin is there. Kimbella, Yandy, Jen, Samaya, and Jonathan. He's only male. So he's in there, they in there, and they're talking, and they want to play Truth or Dare. They look like they don't have nothing to do. It was nice. Like, the whole little setup, the room was really nice or whatever. And Jonathan says, let's play Truth or Dare. So Samaya asks, does anybody have any issues with anybody? And so Kimbella and Yandy start their shit. Baby, Kimbella got up in Yandy's face. She stood up and got in her face and was like, some, you did something. Now you can't say nothing, can you? You can't say shit, can you? Because, you know, I don't know, she's saying, you know I'm right or whatever the fuck. Then she threw a drink at Yandy. She, like, threw the drink, like, across the room, like, just the liquid, not the cup. And Sin was like, dude, why are you acting like this? Like, we do not have to get violent with each other. We can have, Sin is like always trying to make it seem like, you know, listen, we don't have to do all of this extra stuff. Kimbella, why? Kimbella's butt is so big. What is going on, girl? But Kimbella, why are you, she must really be mad at Yandy about something. Like, I feel like it's something we don't know. And it's not just, you know, she didn't like the fact that Yandy really wasn't trying to help her when her and Chrissy fought 1,000 years ago. So I don't know if you've been holding on to that or whatever, but Yandy was like, I think it's strange that you and homegirlfriend, that she molly-whopped your ass and had your cootie cat showing for the entire world to see, on down to the TV. And I think it's whack as hell, and I think it's tied and through or whatever. His little things is showing. His little control box for his truck. You need to put the little thing down. He got it all exposed. And she was like, I think it's crazy or whatever. Not the exact words, but she was like saying that. She said, she got in her face and she was like, you know, I basically, like, I've always fought your battles for you. I think that's what she was trying to say. But she was really mad, Kimbella. And she got in Yandy's face. And then they were like, you don't have to. So then the security guys came in. I don't know what happened, but Yandy jumped over. Like, Yandy now, we very rarely, it's a very rare occasion that we see Miss Yandy Smith, no Harris, jumping over tables. She really tries to maintain this, I don't know what's wrong, I don't know what you have a problem with me for, I don't know what I did. She always maintains that position when it's time to be confronted. I don't know, I didn't do anything, what are you talking about? All of that. Baby, I guess Yandy said, you know, fuck this. And she got her, Yandy jumped across the little coffee table thing. She had to, I don't know if she got, I had to watch it again, I don't know if she got Kimbella, but they was fighting. So they I don't know, and it continues to next week. And you see next week, they're really fighting, and they're like, and Jonathan's like, there's no coming back from this. They're too angry, they're too mad. I don't know what is happening, but I imagine that there have been, you know, in friendships, I don't know, I've talked about this before, where you have a friend where you kind of let them, and when you don't know better as young girls, you kind of let them get away with shit, and because you know if it's a confrontation about their behavior, there'll be a fight, because the person, you know, might be selfish, they might be rude, they might ruin, you know, time, like when you go out, they might ruin the time out because the attention is not on them, or nobody's asking them to dance, and they ruin the whole time. That a lot of the times when you don't address your feelings with your friends and things that they have done to you, it really builds up resentment. It's like you've let this person get away with it, and you build up resentment to that person. And when you get tired, as Kimbella seems to be tired of Yandy's shit, when you get tired of her shit, then you blow up. I think it's more than what Yandy and Kimbella are talking about, because when Kimbella is talking about why she's mad at Yandy, she don't make no damn sense. Girl, what are you talking about? You're not making any sense. You look crazy. What are you talking about? You mad about something that happened how many years ago? 6 years ago? Well, you should have said something. You guys continue to be friends. I don't know what's going to happen. We're going to see what's going to happen next week. But that was it, y'all. What happened on Miami? Do I have time? I kind of do have time. Love and Hip Hop Miami. Let's see. I don't know if they ever... I always put Love and Hip Hop Miami. Material Girl. Okay. Let's see. What? Apology Tour. Trina's Boot Camp. Okay. Bitch, let me tell you something. When Prima Donna started rapping, bitch, I was like, go, bitch, you better go. You better get it. She was really rapping. I was like, yes, Prima Donna, bitch, go. Yes, go. I don't know what's going on with her and Jocelyn. It seems like it's really, really petty. Y'all tell me if y'all know a little more about it. It just seems really petty. I don't know what Jocelyn... I think, like, the way that the young divas are acting down there, Hood Brat, Nicki Natural, Sukiana, the way that they're acting, like, that Jocelyn is behaving as petty as these young girls. Like, you have to, I think Jocelyn is, I want to say she's, how old is she, 33? I think after a while, I just think it's time to take a different approach after a while. You know what I'm saying? You have to grow up and be like, you know what? These, every time I react like this to different things, it doesn't work out. It doesn't get any resolve. I have beef with people. You should not be in your, I don't know, you just shouldn't have beef, like petty beef like that. And I mean, I guess the internet and social media really puts a battery in a lot of people's backs. I mean, we could see people get online, they say crazy shit, and then they got to come back and apologize, because you got a battery put in your back. You allow your emotions to get the best of you, and you didn't think, and you said something that you didn't mean, or, you know, I just think that Jocelyn is very immature. I just think that, I don't know where she's stunted. She might need some, I mean, everybody could use a little therapy, but she might be stunted in her emotional intelligence. You know what I'm saying? It might take her a second. Kids don't change that. When you have a child, people, oh, you're a mother now. That don't change shit. Okay? So we don't know. But anyways, Nikki Natural, Hood Brat, and the girl Suki, they are, arguing. Joy's arguing. That was the end of that. And, Hood Brat is really upset by the whole thing because I'm really hungry. But I'm not going to get nothing to eat. She's really upset about everything because she feels like it was a wasted opportunity and that Nikki Natural kind of fucked. Girl, I thought this was this girl that I work with, this crazy ass Virgo. Honey, oh my God. I'm just pulling up to right here where I like to come and finish my videos before I go park in the parking lot with the rest of the people. And this woman is standing right here next to a tree smoking a cigarette. But from afar, she looked like this crazy ass Virgo stunt queen that works in a fucking job. She trying so hard to get a case. She been trying so hard. She been trying for the last 3 years to get a case. She go out, come back, go out, come back. Honey. And she targeted me for a while. Oh, I feel like Erica doesn't like me. I feel like her supervisor was like, what does Erica liking you have anything to do with your job performance? Bitch, she don't have nothing to do with that. Cause she don't talk to you. You think and then she said that she wasn't able to get jobs in the corporation because she thought that I was, honey, they don't call me when you trying to get a job. I don't have nothing to do with that. If they do, you don't want them to. You don't want them to. I'm just saying. But no, I'm not saying that. I don't do people like that. Her ass been trying to go. She leaves. She goes out. She goes on leave. I think last year she worked less than 100 days last year. Going out, going on leave, coming back, going out, trying to get on short-term disability. Like, girl, whatever you trying to do. And she just starting some shit. Her supervisor told me, she was like, honey, she's starting some shit again because we had this inclusive workplace, course that we had to take. And one of the things, amongst other things, but one of the things is retaliation. So she sends the lead. What is the definition of retaliation? And then the supervisor, she sent it to the lead, sent it to the supervisor. She's like, oh, she's starting some shit. So the supervisor gets in and she was like, okay, you want to talk about what's retaliation? Okay, so let's explain. She said, I printed out the thing from the Webster's dictionary. I printed it out. We talk about retaliation. She told her, what have you done to me in order for me to retaliate to you? Have you done something to me I should know about? Because that would be retaliation, bitch. If I'm doing something to you, it's because you did something to me. So did you do something that I should know about? And if so, you need to let me know now. Because you saying that you feel retaliated against because she's not sitting amongst her peers. She's sitting in a group of like newer people. Bitch, you don't ever come to work. So you're not sitting amongst your peers because they need that space. They don't need an empty seat. You sit where the new people go in and out because your ass likes to go in and out of work. So you feel like you're being retaliated against. You still sitting in your department. You just not sitting amongst the people who have the same title as you. And then she was like, well, we getting ready to move. Do you know where you're sitting when we're getting ready to move? She was like, no. She said, you're sitting amongst the people you share a title with. So if you feel that I'm retaliating against you, I would have kept you set in another department. And I thought that was her sitting right here because she's always trying to look at me. When she was in my class, I knew that she was a fucking stunt queen. I knew it. She's one of those bitches that needs to get a check. She's trying to figure out how not to work and how to get a check for not working. And she's one of them bitches. And she was in the front row at first, and she was saying little slick shit to me that I didn't like. I just didn't like. And her energy was bad, so I moved her to the back of the room. Well, I didn't move her to the back of the room. I moved everybody, but her seat was in the back of the room. So since then, Erica doesn't like me. when I tell you, when I'm done with a person, I pay them dust. Then when I found out she was trying to get other people in the department to write a complaint letter about me, do you think I don't speak to you? That's why I don't understand how these ladies on these reality shows go back to speaking to each other after they done got in a physical altercation. I don't understand Kenya and Portia. I don't get that, because there's no way in the world we would be cool. No, I couldn't. I'm not there. Speaking of emotional intelligence, I'm not there yet. I'm on my spiritual journey. I'm working on myself. I'm not there yet. You can't put your hands on me and we be cool and buddy. I might tolerate you. I might talk to you, but we'll never be cool. And this girl, I thought it was her. That's why I was like, oh shit. That's why I was like, I don't even want to see this girl, because she always tries to look at me and she smiles and I'll be like this. I'll talk to her when it's time, like when it's work related, but I'm not smiling at you. It was one time, you hit a corner and somebody's coming around the corner at work and you just, greet them with a smile. Honey, I hit the corner and it was her. I did not smile. She smiled. I guess because you don't know who's coming around the corner. You know there's a person. You see a person and you just naturally. And I go on about, I don't even say good morning. Nothing, bitch. At all. I don't have to say good morning to you. It's not a requirement. Anyways. So we're going to talk about Love and Hip Hop later. Love and Hip Hop Miami later, because I done talked about that other bitch. Because I thought, honey, I was triggered. I was like, I'm going to have to find me another place. Why is she here? It always seems like she's somewhere. It was crazy because it always seems like she's somewhere, but she's already starting her stunts again, so I got to be careful. And that's why her supervisor came and told me, she was like, be mindful, because she on her shit again. She trying to go out. She trying to, do her little thing where she can go out. And then the bitch is on. Never mind. I was about to get into it. But anyway, so who is this driving up? Oh, that's Nancy. Anyway, so I'm here. I'm about to go. Let me go park actually, and we could talk about Love and Hip Hop Miami later, because we can talk about it later, because I spent that whole time talking about whatchamacallit. Let me tell you who has a good Love and Hip Hop Miami review. Funky Dineva. That review he had yesterday, I watched it, baby. I need to watch that video he made about Nene getting fired. Like, them trying to phase out Nene. And then the trailer for Real Housewives of New York came on. I love Dorinda. Dorinda's my favorite New York housewife. Anyway, so that's going to start soon. And then something else is starting soon that I said I wanted to watch. Oh, it's my show. I don't review it because it's my show. I keep it to myself. It's Black Ink Crew, New York. I don't know why I love that show. I really do. I don't know why I love that show. I don't know why I love it. I don't want to say I love it, but I love it. I'm thoroughly entertained. I don't review it. I don't talk about it. But I'm thoroughly entertained by Donna and them. I really am. Anyways, y'all, take care of each other, protect your energy, and we'll get down in the comments. Peace.